snowball going, a lot of damage will come through, and one feather airstrike will 100% just take 50% of health of anyone that gets hit. But look at Jisa. Ling picked up one of his signature heroes back in Season 8, comes through once again.
Alright, now you can see from the side of Rebellion, it seems like they're going for a full-on dive composition, but I do think that the Sicilian is a bit out of place. Maybe the idea is to get early game presence with the 4 members and let Sicilian be that late game guarantee. But with all the dive potential coming in from the side of Alterego, will that be enough? Right now, Alterego with this Beatrix pick has rounded out their composition to be very balanced. They can go front to back, they can actually go in for the big dives as well, so very, very flexible. And I think that will come in handy once it gets to the later stages of the game, where both teams will be trying to adjust towards each other's playstyles.
I do agree, composition-wise, from the side of Alterego, it is more well-rounded. It is a solid. They have burst, they have high ground, and they have a team fight comp. Now, the response here, with that Ling pick, what will they do? Because, of course, Farsa and Selena might be vulnerable targets for that Ling. So I feel like Jisa needs to be on point, and I mean on point in game number 1 here. Quick thoughts, Mirko, composition-wise, Alterego or Rebellion?
I'm leaning more towards the composition of... honestly, if we're looking just from the composition, I'm leaning more towards Rebellion, but I feel like Alterego are going to be the ones winning this game, though.
Okay, what about you, Arashi? Quick.
Oh, I really like Alterego's, honestly. Alterego's comp, I think, is just so diverse. I think it has a lot of chance to be successful.
So let's just jump here to the portal for game number 1 between Rebellion and Alterego. What will happen here as Val will, of course, play that Ruby? So I feel like the job desk here for Val is to somehow cancel that feather airstrike coming from Udil, but we will see here an early aggression rotation from the roamers. Both roamers already in the XP lane, wanting to. They are looking for level 2.
Right now, it's a very interesting approach. They go and focus more on the EXP lane instead of the gold lane, knowing that in that volatile lane with a Glue and with a Yuzong, both very strong picks, whoever gets a bit ahead can actually be one of the main pillars of playmaking for both teams, right? So if any team gets an advantage there, that is already a huge factor. But in the mid lane, though, Deathcrouch is doing all he can to make sure that Suelo is just not having a good time.
Yeah, and again, Jisa just farming normally. It feels like it's going to be a very, very standard start. Very weird, actually, to see a standard start, because usually in week number 1, it's always been just guns blazing from the get-go. Either Fanny goes to the enemy jungle to counter, the enemy team doing the same thing. But this time, it's just 2 teams playing it normally. Finally, we get some peace in the early game, man. This meta has just not been great for early game. Like, it's just so chaotic in the early stages, but now it's great. Finally, we get to dissect how they're able to move around the map. It seems like Alterego have opted to go for the bottom side control, and Ling needs to be very careful here. Yep.
Using the pinch poise to escape, but yeah, I feel like both teams slowing down their tempo here. Both junglers wants to farm, but aggressive rotations from Alterego, but hasn't really shown an outcome just yet as they look for that objective neutral target here, Rashi.
Yep, and Alterego right now having a lot of control, and with that matchup, right, with Sully Boy on a Paquito, not a weak jungler by any means, it makes it difficult for G-Side to play quite proactively, especially with a lot of potential follow-up from the members of Alterego as well. This, the roam squad, the 3-man roam squad from Alterego with the Paquito, Farsa, and Selena is very, very dangerous if the members of Rebellion Zion don't respect it.
Okay, in the mid side, Udil gets caught here. Purify is there, but the feather airstrike. No, the Wings by Wings will not be able to save his life. First blood by Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G will go to the hands of Rebellion Zion. They look for more top side, but nothing fancy just yet. Shisa wants to invade the jungles of Celibo.
I was literally about to say, I mean, if we're taking a look at both of these compositions, firstly, there's such an Alterego. Alterego really wants to go for that early game tempo, use the snowball to just get it going. Udil gets that 3-item power spike and just starts to melt every single person. Pops in the feather airstrike to clear out the wave, but again, that's what Alterego wants to do in this game. Meanwhile, Rebellion, they can just keep on going for these... Yeah.
But top side here, 2v1. Nino still surviving on that Beatrix Deathcock, and Udil comes into play, not connecting just yet. But there you go, 4-man top side. Jisa opening map. Just set up as Jisa right now is in a bit of a pickle. Tempest of Blade for defense. Deathcock flickering for defense, but that I'm offended connects. No damage just yet. 0 casualty topside.
Yeah, as I was mentioning, again, for the side of Rebellion, what they do want to do, what they want to take a look into here in the game is look for trades with the Ling. Go for ganks or pickoffs and wait for their winning conditions to finally get the power spikes that they need. B-roll and Suelo needs to get those items.
Engaging on towards B-roll, but again, no connection. They just want the gold shield top side. So Alterego playing this very, very carefully here. Do not want to overcommit things in the early minutes.
I find it quite interesting they went with the Beatrix here. If they really wanted to go all in on that early game, maybe they could have gone with something like Popa and Koopa, but Nino will be the target here.
Oh, there you go. 3-man was just too much. That Feather Airstrike will not be able to claim Val's life. Top side, it will be one for no, but Sellyboy with the surprise attack. Lolo, Sellyboy is there to cover, but Sellyboy with the outplay, he gets taken down as well, but it will be 1 for 1 in the mid side. Rebellion, another trade there, and they look for the turtle.
Yep, turtle number 1 is going to be up for grabs here for the side of Rebellion Zion, and this is what I said. This is why I said that personally, if we're talking about composition-wise, I actually prefer Rebellion because I feel like they are the ones with a, more multi-dimensional level right here with the early game to the mid game. But wait a minute,
Abyssal Arrow connects on towards Jisa. Jisa here will not be able to escape because he gets taken down. What a setup there from side of Alterego. Now Rebellion looks for compensation. Will they be able to? As Sellyboy comes in, Suelo is the next casualty. Dyren will not be able to escape. Oh, the lifesteal will not come into clutch. He gets taken down 3 for nothing in the mid side. Alterego Esports looks angry.
Yeah, like I said early, Rebellion Zion, they have more winning conditions set off, but again, you gotta see, oh my god, Val!
Almost the outplay there. I'm offended connects the recall as well, but not enough to take a Def Koch lives there. But yeah, again, a reset and Alterego Esports here with the 1K gold lead.
I do feel like Alterego is trying their best to actually get a lot more advantage in the early game. It just really isn't being given to them by the side of Rebellion Zion. So I really think that they could have probably went with something similar to what Aura did and went to Popa and Koopa, but now Dyron is the main target.
Yeah, 3 for 1 will be too much for Dyron bot side, but on the right side, he may manage to clear the waves. But right now, top side, Tempest Blade will not connect on towards Nino. Nino with the clutch flicker to save his life. Will they be able to clear the wave is the question, as B-roll will back off from top side.
Absolutely, and now it's just going to be the question, who's going to be able to use those winning conditions? Who's going to be able to get that power spike first?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Alterego for sure at this point. 2,000 gold lead about to be, as Sellyboy has just started to take control of this game. Jisa, he has more kills than Sellyboy, but the thing is, Paquito only needs 2 items to get to that power spike. The level and the damage output is just going to be so powerful.
Oh, right now Jisa diving in. Def Koch is very low. Tempest Blade for defense as Val will be able to peel for his teammates, but Sellyboy flanks will not be able to take Val's life. But there you go, the engage and disengage from both teams are so nasty. I feel like Alterego almost takes a Val down there, but it will be 0 for 0 top side.
Keep in mind, Alterego's composition is going to be very, very strong in the mid game. Even their late game guarantee in Beatrix on Nino is still very, very strong once that mid game team fights roll out. As we can see earlier, the ultimates with the right weapon will actually do a lot of damage and be an issue for Rebellion because they are not really set in on how they want to play the fight. Because again, Consuelo is on the Sicilian. So in that mid game, we're going to see the aggression just turned up by Alterego. The question is, will that be enough to end it before 15? Because afterwards, I think Rebellion Zion will have the advantage.
Yeah, and now Alterego with a 2,000 gold lead. This is what they wanted to do from the get-go, right? With the gold lead, Udil is going to be able to munch down on basically these 2 carries from the side of Rebellion. He's going to be able to outrange them, and there you go. Zoning them once again. Val gets chunked to half HP right before they want to go for the push in the mid lane. So all these little poke, it's gonna amount to a big team fight, and Alterego will be the ones having this huge lead in the end.
Yeah. It's also important to talk about again the frontliners for both teams. Yes, their Pi is on the glue, so he can actually be a lot tankier. But Val later on, if he does optimize his build for maybe the Haas clause, that will allow him to actually lifesteal a lot from Pi when he is in that split. So later on, I think both frontlines will be equally solid. but Daiwen will have the better opportunity to just dive in that back line because again, Yuzong, there's a reason why he is the go-to to actually counter the back lines of any other team.
Yeah, and at this point, again, we're going to have to wait for the Lord to come up because so far we've seen 3 turtles being taken and no objectives other than the 1 turret that both of the teams have been able to get. Boy is dealing some damage, zoning Dairen away, but it's all just going to be a setup, right? The way that they're able to play this, Ling, again, going for the pickoffs onto the bottom side, and Alterego, if they get split up, they're going to be the ones losing out. So they need to be careful here because it might be the tier 2 turret traded for nothing, and there you have it. Rebellion picks up the tier 2 turret. There's going to be an incredible setup when it comes to the Lord that's going to be up in 20 seconds. They're going to be able to push in that bottom side and create more chances to play around the bottom side jungle, whereas Alterego, with the top side being pushed up, they won't be able to get that turret down, and it's going to be them having a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the Lord fight.
Right now, we can see actually the contest towards the purple buff of Rebellion Zion.
But Piro gets caught by Pi. But oh my god, on the other side, on the flip side, off camera, Dairen with the solo kill on towards Nino, so 1 for 1 as Boy manages to take away the orange buff for Jisa here, so a vital buff. We will see how Rebellion Zion will respond to this.
I think it's very smart as well to play from Rebellion Zion, knowing that they don't really win in these early game engagements. As we've seen, Boy picking up multiple kills in the previous engagement, they just opt for the split push strategy because Ling, one of the key features of this hero is that mobility and that split push potential. And I think Rebellion is putting it to great use, getting more objectives than ever, and also getting, at the same time, control over that Lord area.
Oh, take a look here as Val being the frontliner for 3 members will be too much as Val surviving with 1 HP, but Boy is low, and there you go, Jisa with the kill, but it will be traded back though. Both junglers are down with Lord up, and I feel like Alterego might take this as Feather Edge Strike in the mid side was open here, popped just to chunk Suelo's life, but there you go, mid turret will fall.
Yo, that's a huge mistake by Jisa. He didn't actually pop the Tempest Ablaze, and that might cost the team fight here for the side of Rebellion. But look at this, Pi is going to be able to get out of there with the split.
Ooh, low HP, it is outplay, the cover, the reinforcements from Beatrix. And there you go, Dairen gets taken down for the 3rd time as Alterego looks to expand, looks for the invade on the jungles of Rebellion.
This is why I was talking about how flexible Alterego is. They can go for the dive, they can go for the pickoffs, and they have no problem kiting back and playing a proper front-to-back team composition. So they just have so much more flexibility in their gameplay.
Feather Edge Strike pops here as Pi comes in with the split, and of course followed up by the Beatrix. This nasty Biro will not be able to survive this one. 2 members down for side of Rebellion as Val manages to escape, but Jisa will not be able to find compensation. He is also at half HP. Alterego ESPORTS looks to find and claim the Lord.
A beautiful snipe there, threading the needle, and now it's time to take a look at the items, Arashi.
Looking at Boy, already having the Hunter's Machete as well as the War Axe, able to actually start itemizing towards more defensive items, being able to be an extra bit of frontline. We talked earlier about how Solina can achieve her full potential only if there is an adequate amount of frontline in the front. So Pi and Boy being the main frontline instead of Death Clutch will be quite beneficial, but Nino here will be the main target.
Okay, Wind of Nature was popped. Nino getting out with a flicker. So for now, no engage as Val here trying to open up Boy. Val is there to for cover, but both teams here manages to just engage, poke around, no casualties just yet. And there you go, it will be 0 for 0 as Alterego ESPORTS still comfortable with that 2K gold lead.
Yeah, still very, very comfortable sitting in the 2,000 gold lead, but the thing is, Jisa has been pressuring this bottom side constantly, and Alterego don't really have a response to it. Yes, they can send Boy over to clear out the waves, but again, if we're talking about maneuverability and movement on the map, it's definitely going to be favored to the side of Jisa, but Pi goes in 1v5.
Split was popped here. Oh, managed to catch his Biro, but no follow-up damages yet. Pi gets taken, no, alpha HP there. The blade was popped, but Nino is in no man's land. He gets taken down. Boy might be nice as Feather Edge Strike at the backside will not be able to give damage on towards Rebellion's Zion's member. 2 members down here. Rebellion might take the Lord.
And that was just a very aggressive play from Nino, going in front, trying to actually get the ultimate off. But honestly, that allows him to get punished even harder. I think Alterego could have kited back just knowing that once Jisa goes in, there'll be nothing left. And now, with that advantage, Rebellion and Zion instantly go for the Lord. They will be able to secure it, and they might go for a few more pickoffs afterwards, knowing that Nino and Pai is still down.
Yeah, right now Boy though wants to deal out damage on towards Biro. Feather Airstrike will claim his life. Boy will be able to escape, so it will be a 1-0 for the side of Alterego Esports, claiming compensation there in the mid side. How Rebellion Zion will take the offense is the question, because their lanes is questionable. Will they be able to take down the base turret?
Oh man, that was a huge blunder by the side of Alterego. The thing is, it felt more like miscommunication. And again, Boy is playing a little bit too aggressive when he doesn't have pressure on the map. Rebellion collapsing.
Dyron Suelo might be able to be taken down. But there you go, Suelo out of position, and Alterego, nice setup there. Bot side, but take a look at top side. Jisa might be able to take down a base turret top side. So Alterego Esports right now with the play. Arashi, what happened there?
I think they were just so overeager to try and punish Boy, and they didn't understand that Alterego was waiting for that opportunity. Now Val will be the main target. 3 members on him right now.
Oh, it is too much. It is going to be too much as Pai there takes a ride. But Rebellion again with the compensation mid side, taking down a turret, collapsing that mid lane is going to be key as Boy looks for a kill in the purple jungles. But there you go, Retribution was used. So it is going to be Jisa on that purple buff.
Yeah, they're picking off turrets here and there. It's going to be still very much more worth it for the side of Rebellion Zion. They were able to actually turn around a 2,000 gold lead, and now they built up 200 gold for themselves. Not that big, but little by little, they're going to be able to reach that power spike. And remember, when we're talking about these two compositions, I personally said that I prefer Rebellion Zion because they are better in the late game. I mean, technically, they have the early game, mid game, and late game heroes to be able to play the game and forge their own game plan. And this time around, when we're talking about late game, look at the items. Sicilian and that Brody with Suelo and Biro at the helms. They've reached those power spikes, and it might just be Alterego's demise.
And to add to that, not just the power spike, Suelo already having an Athena shield and building a bit more physical defense as well, understanding that in that late game, he will be the main target for the side of Alterego. And right now, Jisa will be the main issue right now, because Jisa keeps going for that split push, and Alterego is losing out from the side of lane management as well as wave pressure. So they need to try and arrange something. Maybe let Boy deal with Jisa and then go for a fight, because later on, I think in the late game, the front-to-back situation will be better.
Okay, continue play. Heading towards Boy. Tempest of play just for defense here, as Val and friends are on the top side, occupying there. But we can see here as Pai looks for a catch on towards Darren. No commitments just yet. So Abyssal Arrow does not connect. Both teams disengaging as 10 seconds. Lord will go up. I think it will be an invasion on the purple buff. Jisa is quite low. Feather Airstrikes is there. There you go. Pai with the play on towards Jisa. No jungler force out of Rebellion. Pai might be able to be taken down, as it is still going to be Alterego with the play. Val gets down next, and Alterego still strong with 4. Might want more. Tyron is next. 2 members only here as Alterego looks heavily for that team fight. Their power spike is there, and Alterego might be able to take the next Lord here, guys.
It's just back and forth again and again. Rebellion Zion gets the edge. Alterego comes back, and now they build a 2,000 gold lead. They're looking for more on the board here, Gani. It might look like the end.
Right now for the rest of his boss, Suelo will be able to survive, but Boy claims another life as they look for the end. Will Suelo be able to defend this one as Alterego looks for a base start in the mid side?
It does seem like they are backing off. The Lord was still available for them to pick up with 3 members down from the side of Rebellion Zion. They are able to get 2 inhibitor turrets on the side of Rebellion. So they back off now, and they will be playing for this Lord for sure. And if they get it, this will be a great chance. This is the replay presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. And Nino here seems to be out of position, but with the backup from his team, with the crowd control available, he's just able to stay alive. And there is the Abyssal Arrow. And with that snipe, with the extra bit of crowd control yet again from Udil, Alterego is just able to constantly get the upper hand.
A Black Dragon form here from Dyren just to zone out the members from side of Alterego. Jisa focuses on Lord as Pai, he wants to open vision but will not be able to as right now. Val gets taken down by the Beatrix, gets the double kill, but the Lord will be secured in the hands of Jisa, so it will be 2 for the Lord.
2 kills for the Lord. I think it's going to be very much worth it for the side of Rebellion Zion. The fact that they're going to be able to stay in the game a little bit longer with the Lord just buying them time is what they need at this point, right? Suelo and Biro, they're going to be constantly scaling up. Meanwhile, Alterego, most of their heroes have reached their limit in terms of scaling. And look at what Jesus is doing. He's cutting the waves, coming in from the backside and cutting it. He's going to be able to do this in every single wave, and that's going to be really good. He should be moving towards the bottom side, takes the purple buff as well. So it's really, really nice to see what Rebellion is doing here, but I don't think they're going to be able to save this turret.
Okay, base turret is the target here as Feather Airstrike will zone out the members from side of Rebellion. And for now, Rebellion Zion is still holding on. But Arashi, what can they do to turn this game around?
You have to actually make use of that split push yet again, man. Every time Alterego just fails to react to the wave manipulation, the macro gameplay from the side of Rebellion, they just fall further and further behind. But if they're able to pressure the members of Rebellion Zion and, force them into fights 5v5, as we can see, they really have the upper edge because Nino, despite not essentially being a super late game carry on the Beatrix, is still able to do a lot of DPS, and the amount of crowd control combined on their team with Paquito, with Glue, and also the Farsa and the Selena is just too much, and Rebellion can't really compete with that kind of crowd control.
Wow. Shout out to Udil, man. 3-1-11 is his stat here, minute number 19. With that Purify, again, an outstanding performance from the veteran here on that Farsa. Smart itemization as well, building that anti-cross just for extra defense. But yeah, I feel like Alterego Esports, despite them being, low in the last couple of matches, but take a look here as Pi gets engaged. And there you go, the killing spree from side of Suelo. What a play, what a setup as well. As Alterego Esports caught off guard, Pi gets taken down.
A huge pickoff, and you instantly see that damage building up for the side of Rebellion Zion. Did you see how he is able to literally just pop Pi, even though he was in split form? Yeah. That's because of the Divine Glaive. He completed the Divine Glaive. This is huge for Rebellion. This is the time where they're able to shift the tides towards their favor. Now, Alterego, they're going to be the ones on the back foot. What do they need to do? They need to look for these messy fights. Paquito needs to flank over and basically just zone Sicilian away with the help of Udil, preferably, so that Udil can just burst them down, followed up by this Paquito, and they're going to be able to win just like that. But if they go for 5v5 full front to back, Rebellion has a huge advantage.
Top side here. Action. Jisa might be taken on the flank by Flail and friends, forcing Winter Truncheon on towards Udil. Pi gets into the mix as Val gets taken down. There's Immortal though, but take a look at Pi. Dyron gets 2 knockups in the backside, claims Teleboy's life. What a play! This guy is not messing around as Alterego yet again loses the trade.
Dyron really proven to us now why he's in, not... Oh my god, not Zirias again. This is amazing. Look at the real-time win probability here that's presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. It's favoring Alterego 72% to 28%, but if it comes to the late game, I might have to say Rebellion Zion are looking to be the stronger team right now, Arashi.
I think it's quite equal just because, again, there is a more DPS-centered marksman and Nino is 7-3-2. But as you mentioned, they've already reached their full power spike a few minutes ago, and right now, every time the game gets longer, it's only gonna increase the odds of Rebellion Zion mounting a comeback. Right now, with the Lord being so critical, the members of Rebellion Zion are kind of low.
Feather Airstrike comes in huge as Immortal for Biro will go off as Pi looks for an engage, but Jayisa in the backside will be able to escape. And Val will be able to distract Pi's movements as he might be the sacrificial lamb for side of Rebellion here. Alterego looks to claim more control. Remember, Lord is up in minute number 22. Lord is maxed already. Rebellion might not be able to defend this one.
The story of the game so far has just been overcommitment. Overcommitment from Alterego, trying to go for the pick off onto Jisa in the top side, instantly punished. Rebellion overcommitting onto the Evolved Lord with really low HPs, instantly punished by Alterego. So the thing is, both sides keep on making these mistakes and both sides keep on getting punished for it. And in the end, it's going to be a matter, it's the main factor on who's going to win and who's going to lose is going to be based on these mistakes. Rebellion and Alterego needs to stay calm, needs to make these proper decisions here, because if not, they're going to get collapsed on like here.
The desperate play, Dyron with that good song will not be able to make something as Udil though gets taken down by Jisa. Double kill. Right now, he might want more as Selly Boy Pi looks for an engage engage, but Suelo is there to cover Jesus' life. So Alterego will not go for that Lord. What a play. The gamble did pay off for side of Rebellion right now.
He picked off the two biggest damage dealers in the late game for Alterego, Nino and Udil. This is going to be huge. If Rebellion are able to micromanage these waves and go for the Evolved Lord, I think they might have enough time. Now, unfortunately, Birul was taken down 30 seconds, so he is going to spawn at the same time as Nino and Udil. That's very unfortunate, but I think they might still be able to look for more turrets here. Maybe the mid lane turret with the Sicilian and the Ruby up and ready.
Considering the main damage dealer is Suelo that has more burst instead of DPS, yes, it's more. It comes out faster than other spells, but at the same time, I don't think it's enough. Death Course now will be the main target for the side of Rebellion Zion.
Conceal play here. Tempest of Lady. Jeez, Defco will not be able to escape that one as Pi looks for compensation here, riding on Jisa. But will it be enough? Will there be enough follow-up damage as Sally Boy looks for an engage? There you go, Val doing whatever he can to reinforce his team. Right now, Winner's Truncheon was played, but Jisa will be able to escape that one as Sally Boy gets taken down. The outplay from side of Rebellion will happen as Pi, being the state that he is in, and will not be able to escape. And there you go, 60 seconds on Pi. 3 members down. Alterego Esports, they might lose this game.
This might be the Evolved Lord. I mean, it should be the Evolved Lord, unless Udil can just pull off a miracle here. Only Nino and Udil left to defend, to look for something. Nino in the top side almost gets a pick off onto Jisa. But again, why aren't Rebellion committing onto the Evolved Lord? It's only Udil, it's only Nino. They're wasting a little bit too much time here. Deathclaw is going to be up, and it might be turned around once again here. They might have started it a little. They might have started it too late.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's a chance that Alterego will be able to contest this, but Dairon is there to try and zone them out. Most likely it will be taken. There's not enough time for them to all arrive. The snipe! Whoa!
The snipe, the damage is not enough to take Jesus' life though, but it will be the Lord claimed for the side of Rebellion Zion. Will Rebellion Zion be able to take this game with this Lord push, Arashi?
Especially now with the extra bit of frontline they have with the Lord, they can use it as a stakes member, and that will just increase their chances of winning this team fight like significantly. For Alterego now, they need to try and find a fight before the Lord and the members of Rebellion Zion get to the front of their base, because if they get stuck in that situation, as we mentioned, the front to back, the range, the burst from Suelo Sicilian will be too much to deal with. And with that Lord, they can even just end the game before even getting a proper fight. So I think Alterego need to make the proactive fight here and take the initiative for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if we're taking a look at how they're using this Evolved Lord, they're not even going for the 3-wave push. They're going to go for the mid lane and the top side. 2 waves is enough. Remember, the Evolved Lord is so strong, and that top side is missing a base turret. Dairon is going to go look for the kill here.
Okay, Dairon looks for Udil, but take a look at the backside. Oh, Jisa claiming the life onto Zafcog right now. The base is so exposed. Oh, there you go, as Rebellion will be able to take the game. Don't mess with the Rebellion Zion in MPL Season 9.
Oh my god, will this be an upset victory here in match number 2? If they are able to clean sweep this Alterego roster, it might be the biggest upset we've seen here in MPL Season 9.
My god, the patience, the composure coming from Rebellion Zion. They were behind most of the game, Arashi. And what do you think?